the term social entrepreneur is defined too narrowly. And people define it or think of it as creating revenue generation opportunities in order to create social impact. And I would say it could be that, but to my mind, it's a much bigger umbrella. And if you look at social entrepreneurs around the world, that isn't the only approach that they take, or the only strategy, that's used. So to my mind, social entrepreneurship in its most basic sense is taking an entrepreneurial approach, meaning risk-taking, innovation, creativity, all those things all those characteristics that entrepreneurs or entrepreneurial organizations have, and substituting the indicator of success. And so instead of saying that it's about increased shareholder value or profitability, it's about increased social impact. And so what that means is you can actually look at it through a broad lens. You can be a social, if you apply that sort of test to it, a nonprofit, a government organization, a citizen organization, it's very inclusive in terms of who can be a social entrepreneur or what a social entrepreneurial approach can be. And what I would say is well, I sort of think of it in terms of like 3 E's. And it's, number one, it's what drives it is empathy. Right? And I think that's the very special thing about the Peace Corps, right? It's all about empathy, right? So how do we activate our empathy and how do we put empathy in action? So first, it always starts with empathy, really getting to know your customers, your communities, getting out there and making contact, right? And the second thing, the reason we want to activate that empathy is because we want to find out where there are inequities, right? And then once we understand where those inequities are in working with people, then how do we play a positive role in individuals, community organizations becoming empowered to adjust those inequities and create better opportunities for everyone? So I think it's broad. It can be a business, it doesn't have to be a business. And so much of what RPCVs do, so much of what PCVs obviously are doing is exceedingly social entrepreneurial in nature.